Hi, everybody.
Hello there.
I'm Jerry.
And I'm Linda.
We're the Newcomers. We come to you every Monday with stories and all the events that we've encountered over the past week right here in the Villages, Florida. America's #1 retirement community. Heck, it's the world's #1.
And it's getting bigger all the time.
Getting bigger all the time. And we've had a great time this holiday season, and we want to share some of the things with you. On today's show, should complaints be anonymous?
We have a water shortage.
The trails aren't free.
Storage? What storage?
Another Ask Amy, and a great bubble wrap.
Hi, Jerry and Linda. Are you driving around with an illegal license plate rim? On this week's Bubble Wrap, I'll tell you what you can and cannot have on your car.
And a whole lot more.
Hit it, Wally.
Send us your questions, we've got your answers. Jerry and Linda's Mailbag Monday.
Hey, I'm wearing my Louisville Slugger shirt today. This is from my time working at the Bat Factory. I was a tour guide, but when we put this shirt on, we were actually making baseball bats. I would go to a big lathe with a glass screen in front, and the crowds would come by, and I'm shaping out a Babe Ruth bat, or maybe a Henry Aaron, or a Johnny Bench, or any one of the people that had contracts with Louisville Slugger, which was everybody back in the day. Today, they've got all these infiltrators, much like other YouTube channels, that come in and make baseball bats. So Louisville Slugger doesn't make as many of the pros as they used to, but if you talk about the great ones, Roberto Clemente, Hank Aaron, Johnny Bench, you know, all those guys that we grew up with, those were Louisville Sluggers. And I think I look a little bit like Steve Irwin in this.
Yeah, you do.
The crocodile hunter. I like this. And she did not want me to wear it because she said, that's the worst shirt you could wear.
It's not colorful, and I thought it's kind of drab. So Christmas is over, we're heading for New Year's, and I thought, let's wear something blue, like snowflakes, or I don't know. But anyway.
Speaking of Christmas, we got some wonderful, wonderful gifts from you folks.
Gosh.
And we want to mention a few of them. Before we do, we should have been doing this all along.
Yeah.
We should have opened them in front of you, but we've got one here. It's from Jennifer Boxstruck. We just picked it up yesterday from the post office.
Yeah.
And we don't know what's in here. We're going to open it up and show you. And it's nicely wrapped. Jennifer is always so kind. And thank you for remembering us on Christmas. That's just so cool.
Yes, we were gone.
Oh, look, it's got a card in it.
We were gone over Christmas, so a few packages we didn't get to open, so we
Look.
apologize.
Here, you handle that, and I'll handle the good stuff.
But that is very generous of all of you. We had a whole stack of cards. I mean,
yeah.
It was really fun to see all the cards.
Makes us feel good. Thank you.
I'm not sure this is a card, but I will keep looking. I think
Okay.
it is.
We're going to open this up.
It is a card.
Did you bring a knife over?
I did not.
Did I ask you to?
Yes. Okay.
I'm peeling
Jennifer
off. I
and
got
John Boxstruck. Aww.
Jennifer and John, thank you. I smell it already. I know what's in
You
here.
know what it is.
I know. I can smell it.
Me. It's for me.
I can smell it. It's a bag of coffee.
Woohoo!
Look at that.
Nice. Out of Amelia Island, Florida. Hope you enjoy. Oh, I will definitely enjoy that.
Nuance
Thank you. Oh
coffee
my gosh,
roasters.
how lovely.
Yeah, it smells good.
Lovely. I love
And,
the smell of coffee.
She's a coffee drinker. I'm not, but they didn't forget me. They sent me a little White Castle ornament for the tree. Now that is cool.
That's unique.
Yes, it is. I love me some White Castles. Thank you, Jennifer and John. That is so.
It's going to go with our
so nice.
our spam ornament.
And look at this. We got a set of these penguins.
Yeah.
And was that from Don and Donna?
Yes.
And I got to admit, mine also had a bag of little chocolates in it, but I already ate it.
Not all of it.
No, I
I
ate 4 pieces last night. That's good stuff. How kind of you.
This is from one of those 3D printers.
Yeah.
How cool is that?
Look at that. And last year, he sent us a flexible gizmo doll made out of plastic that he printed on his printer. So thank you, Don and Donna. That's so nice.
Very cool.
And look at this. John and Mary from Porter, Indiana sent this. He turns wood, and he made me a pen and pencil. I'll give you the pencil.
Oh, thanks.
And they're made out of Bethlehem wood from yeah, it's a holy pencil.
It is.
I'm gonna give you a holy
it's from
pencil.
the Holy Land. That is amazing. I love this.
So nice. And
How
he turned
lovely.
that. So look at that. Isn't
That
that
is
cool?
from really Bethlehem.
Thank you,
That's
John and
amazing.
Mary. That is so nice of you.
Super, super duper.
What else you got? Oh, Shelley Sapp.
Shelley Sapp gave us a
And
box
Stephen.
of goodies. And
They're amazing people. She's a card maker.
Yes.
But also sent this 1 zillion piece Lego set that makes into as a dog or cat.
It's a dog. It's a gizmo.
Oh, it's a gizmo.
I think so.
How about
I can't
that?
wait to do that. I think my grandkids are going to help us with this one.
I'm not doing that.
Jerry says he's not doing
It's
it.
got a little hammer. Is that to hammer them together?
Yes.
Or is that like,
No,
this meeting is coming to order?
we can do that too.
Thank you. Very nice. What else you got to want to mention?
We have so many people that thought about us and really went out of their way.
Jim and Carol sent a fruitcake. That was
Yes.
awesome.
I love fruitcake.
Our friends Tina and Scott Weaver from Missouri, they also have a home here in the Villages.
Yes.
They sent us a gift card. Thank you, Tina and Scott.
Christy and Rob got a blanket for me that has our whole family on it, pictures. It made me cry. That one sure did.
Hey, don't worry. We're going to get to the good stuff after a while, but we want to recognize these people. They're such
ahead.
good people. So we'll get to all the stories in a bit. We're almost finished here. Linda and John Terranova, thank you.
Yes.
Fran and Simone,
Excellent.
you're the best. Jim and Terry, thank you. Roxy and Paul. Roxy, one of the kindest people on the planet.
On earth.
And Paul's not bad himself.
They both
Thank
are
you
lovely.
both.
Holly and Al gave us a bag of goodies. Elaine Fernandez, oh my goodness. Greg and Allie, and they're on a trip right now.
Yeah, Greg and
Ooh.
Allie sent us a
Yes.
present, and they are over under the Eiffel Tower right now, probably smooching.
Oh man. Anyway, all of them and send cards. We had a stack of cards like this.
Becky Hicks, thank
Oh.
you. I've been eating those massive cookies you sent, just awesome.
Yeah.
Let's see, going on down. That's it. That's all I've got here. If we forgot anybody, I am sorry.
A lot of
We just got back
yummy
from that
things.
cruise, and I don't even have any clean underwear.
I did one little
I'm
mess.
kidding. I got them.
Yeah, when you get back from a vacation, you're exhausted.
You
come
stumble
home,
in the house.
You stumble in the house, then you know you got to do laundry, you got to sort things, get the suitcases put away. I don't waste a second when I get in the house, and I go. And not feeling wonderful today. Jerry may have to do a lot more talking than me.
I told her I'd take the show by myself. Every time we go somewhere, and she is a whirling dervish of service. She wants to help every child, every adult, everybody. And she gets sick. And today she's a little under the weather.
Yeah.
I said I'll do it by myself, but she wanted to see you.
Yeah,
So
I do. I miss you guys, and I just didn't want him to have to do it alone because, we're better together, right?
yeah, I should write a song like that. Last week, thank you for watching. We put out a couple of videos. They were of not as great interest as some we put out, but I liked them. I thought they were good. The one was an interview with Gary Puckett of the Union Gap, and you can catch that if you didn't see it. And the other one, we did an Easy Go golf cart video, and I hope you liked that.
Yeah.
We hope you had a Merry Christmas. We did. For the first time ever, we jumped in the car. We took two of our sons. The other one's out to sea. He's working for Uncle Sam right now. And he's in the thick of that business down in Venezuela. But we headed over to Port Canaveral.
That was a nice straight ride.
That's a dream.
Yeah.
From our house, from walking out our door till the time we walked onto that ship was 1 hour and 45 minutes, maybe a little bit more, but not much. We were on that ship and we thought, oh my goodness.
It was great.
And that was fabulous.
Easy.
We had a 5-night cruise on Explorer of the Seas. We'll show you some video from that. We had 5 of our grandkids with us.
Hence why I'm sick. No,
We had a ball.
no, it was fun. It was beautiful. We had a fantastic time. The trees lit in the ship.
Yeah, they had it decorated.
Decorated, was gorgeous. We will show videos or some pictures.
There were a couple of rough days at sea. The first couple of days, they weren't rough by it never made you stagger like we've had on Symphony of the Seas before. We were at a rough one. This was nice. It was, and by the last part of the cruise, you'd never know you were even on a
That's
ship.
right. It was so smooth.
We were supposed to go to Puerto Plata, and that got shifted to Costa Maya. But when we got to Costa Maya, we docked, and they wouldn't let us get off the ship. What was up with that?
You stay there.
That we didn't get to go. Everybody had, not just us, everybody had to stay on the ship.
Yeah.
And they left, and they went to Nassau in the Bahamas.
Yeah.
I guess it was the weather was making the boat rock a little bit, and they didn't want any trouble with the gangplanks or whatever you call those things.
They said for our safety, they had to move on, so
Yeah.
we did.
But you know, before we came to the villages, we had only went on one cruise, and that was 2 months before we moved here.
Yeah.
We sailed on Royal Caribbean up to Canada and around there and back to New York in the shadow of the Statue of Liberty.
Yeah.
That was fun. But now we can't get enough of it. I was 62 years old when I went on my first cruise.
Yeah.
And now we're cruising
72.
multiple times a year. So it's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
And we highly encourage it. It's just a good time.
Good time. Very good. Well, we've heard there's a water shortage.
Yeah.
The Southwest Water Management from Florida Water Management District has placed us into phase 1 water shortage for the area and the villages, which means we don't want to overwater things. We maybe 2 times a week, not 3. Don't wash your cars. Do something by conserving the water. So that's where we're in right now, and we hope it gets better.
December 1st through July 1st, they want you to cut down on extravagant watering. Like don't water 4 days a week, like she said.
Yeah.
You might have to wash your car, but just don't be wasteful. That water's precious. And we actually, from districtgov.org, I printed out a sheet. You can go there and it says phase 1 water shortage restrictions, and you can get all of it. It's right there for you, and it tells you when you're allowed to water and why did they declare this shortage and all that information. Districtgov.org. That is a fantastic website. Mm-hmm. You can learn so much about the villages if you go there and just nose around for a couple of hours, and you'll be amazed what you can find out.
Right.
Here's a question regarding storage in the villages. This is a big one. Mm-hmm. This is a big concern. I know all of you. This is probably from day one when we ever started this blog. We probably had more questions concerning money or storage than any other topics.
Yeah.
And in this one, the lady asks, our 2-bedroom house in the villages is quite small compared to what we are used to. No basement and only a tiny, hot attic crawl space. We're deep in the process of paring down our possessions and preparing to move there. My question is, how and where do you store your Christmas tree and other decorations? We want to keep our guest room office open for working and for overnight guests. Is it okay to store things in the garage even though there's no heating and cooling or humidity control? I found a Christmas wreath in the attic when I first bought the house, and it was nearly disintegrated. That's a big deal. We had some luggage up there, and the wheels had dried out to the point where they were crumbly. It gets hot up there. But now we have a new roof. And that we had extra attic vents put in. So hopefully that will help a little bit. Yeah. We store lots of stuff up there. We store all our Christmas decorations, our Christmas tree, our ornaments, our wreaths, we store everything up there. Yeah. We store lumber up there. We store, we don't store our suitcases anymore. Yeah. What else do we have up there?
We have some, things of our son. Like our son's in the military, but when he comes here, he plays golf. We have his golf bag up there with his clubs. We have some of your woodworking things that you've made before are up there. There are some things we need to get out because we don't use. We need to start purging things out of there.
Extra screens from the house.
Yeah.
Large fans that we don't use. We have a dolly up there a furniture dolly that you move stuff around.
Yeah.
Just stuff up there, and if it's steel, if it's good quality hard stuff, usually you're all right.
Yeah.
I wouldn't store any pictures up there.
No.
I wouldn't store anything that's fragile, but we have to use it because we stink at storage in the villages. These homes are not built to store things. Yeah. In Indiana, we had a full house basement.
Yeah.
We had a shed to dream for.
Yeah, our furnace room had shelf after shelf.
We had shelving, and then we had a 3-car garage out in the backyard. So we had a 5 cars garage worth.
Yes.
We could store everything. And plus, at home in Indiana, you could put stuff outside. You could put a canoe out there. You could put a kayak. You could put a pallet of wood with tarps on it.
Oh, yeah.
You could have an extra a boat. You could
Yeah.
a trailer. I had a trailer sitting outside.
Yeah, we had we were in the rural area. We had a lot of wooded area, so we did have a lot of stuff outside.
Here, you can't store anything outside.
Yeah.
Don't worry about the attic. I think you can store some things in there. You just got to be thoughtful.
Yeah.
We paid our trail fees this week. Now, in the villages, you can ride on the streets, no charge, no fees. You can ride on the multimodal trails, no fees. But if you ride or drive a golf cart on the golf courses, you have to pay what's called a trail fee. Yeah. Everybody pays it. If I'm playing golf, I pay it. If she's riding along watching me play golf, she has to pay it. If you're a homeowner, you need to pay it. If you're a visitor, you need to pay it. Everybody pays a trail fee. It's $4 every time you go to the course, $4. That has recently been jacked up to $5, so a 20% increase on that. Sounds harsh, but they haven't raised that fee for 13 years.
Wow.
And there is a lot of upkeep when it comes to maintaining the asphalt and you know the golf cart trails. Mm-hmm. But relax, if you're not a golfer, you won't have to pay anything. But if you play golf, everybody that rides has to pay the fee. If you're a walker, there's no fee. So ours cost $143.70. That's for the entire year. That's for me and her and anybody else that is on the deed to your home. Anybody that has a resident pass from your home can ride for that $143. Now think about it this way. If she and I play golf once a week, that would ordinarily cost us $8, okay? So if we did that for 50 weeks a year, that's $400. The trail pass for the whole year is $143 plus tax. They got to get that tax. So you're saving a lot of money to buy it at once. Plus a lot, I mean, who plays once a week? If you're a golfer, you don't want to play once a week. You want to play 2, 3, 5. We know people that play every day. Woo. So that $143 would cover you on that.
Yeah.
So
wow.
That's all I've got to say about that.
How about some fun?
I like fun.
Let's do some puzzles.
We love to bring you these little puzzles. It's a lot easier on me than the word jumble. And for me, it's harder to solve than the word jumble sometimes because you look at them. So let's look at this first one. Look at those. You know what those are up top? You can solve it. Pause the screen if you need more time. Okay, I'll help you. There's 3 what? 3 guns, 3 rifles, 3 shotguns. No, 3 muskets.
I got that.
3 musket, and down there is corn. 3 musket corn.
No.
No?
No.
3 musketeers, 3 musketeers. You got that. Good for you. Good for you.
Yay.
Let's look at the next one. I bet you've got it already. That's no U-turn.
No U-turn.
There's no U-turn. All right, I like that. All right, you know what? I thought of another one that could be. Missing you. Missing you. See, because the U is missing.
Yeah, but
What do you think?
no,
I made that up myself.
No, that was not good because you're still trying to spell turn.
Okay. All right. She said that's not good.
No.
Here's the last one. You got it? Look at it. Pause your screen if you need to. Nobody, line, law. Nobody is above the law. Nobody's above the law. So that's a little fun for this week. I hope you did well with those. If you get any good ones, send them in to me and maybe I can use them.
Yeah, that's fun. It's time for bubble wrap.
Right, and Bubble Wrap today, as usual, is brought to you by R&R Swimming Pools. If we were going to build a pool, R&R swimming pools would be our number one choice.
Hi, Jerry and Linda. A new law just went into effect in October that regulates what kind of a license plate rim you can have on your car here in Florida. There's some do's and don'ts. I'm going to spell it out on this bubble wrap. Floridians love to personalize their cars, and that goes for the license plate rims on the back. You see all kinds of designs, from the dealer where the car was bought to all kinds of bling. But last October, word came down from Tallahassee, some of those fancy rims are blocking crucial identifying information. A recent clarification let drivers know what they must display.
All they're really looking to do is make sure that the registration tag is not covered, the state, which is typically Florida or whatever state you're from, can't be covered, and then the digits actually that are your actual plate, which in Florida is typically 6 digits unless it's a specialty plate. Those are the main factors that you have to make sure are completely visible.
Sergeant Garth Lane of the Wildwood Police Department Traffic Division tells me his law enforcement agency is being lenient since the mandate was reintroduced. But there are certain violations that aren't being ignored.
Now, when it comes to like tinted covers and stuff like that, that's again, you can't have that because again, that's when it gets to the part of obscuring your actual license plates.
Wildwood PD is in the education mode now to let drivers know what the law requires.
Absolutely, again, because we understand that everyone doesn't read every article and everybody doesn't have access to the updates like we do. So we are giving grace periods. Obviously, it's still the availability of charging it. However, we are understandable and are trying to do more of an educational piece for the last couple of months, especially.
I spot checked plates from near Brownwood and found most seemed to comply with the Florida law. Some were somewhat dicey. I asked the sergeant to see if my plate is legal.
No. So this is actually this is actually one of the ones that you can actually be okay with because again, as I said before, the state's clear, the registration's clear, and the actual letters are actually clear. But they're not too concerned about the bottom portion of it. However, when it initially came out, that's when this is where a lot of people were getting the confusion. They were like, letter of the law, if you will, is any lettering has to be visible. But as they've had our most recent update, especially from the Florida Department of Highway Safety, they clarified that it's simply these letters here, the registration sticker, and then your state. Having a license plate obscured is an offense that can cost you a fine and even jail time. Make sure yours is not illegal. I'm Peter Bernard, and that's this week's Bubble Wrap.
Thanks, Peter. You know, we covered that last week. We actually had the police officer give a little blurb, but you went much more in depth. We appreciate that very much. Nobody needs an unexpected ticket.
No.
I would like you to meet my Georgie. George is part Norfolk Terrier, part world-class snuggler, and full-time neighborhood guardian. He's 15 years old, but don't let his age fool you. He has packed enough life into those years to fill a library. George didn't have the easiest start in life, and he was returned to an animal shelter in Indiana twice by people who didn't understand him or work with him. Georgie has been through some rough things in life, and those things left him pretty wary of new people and fearful of loud noises. But then we found each other. And by that I mean George and I had an instant connection when we saw each other at the animal shelter. I didn't just adopt him, he adopted me. Under his fear and caution, I found a loyal heart just waiting to be loved. George has been through a lot. One time on a trip to Florida, he darted from the house into the road towards a field full of cows, and he was hit by a car. It was scary, but thanks to unwavering care, he pulled through. He still carries a bit of that day with him in the form of a limp, but it doesn't slow him down. These days, life is good. George guards our home, races through the backyard chasing rabbits, and rides shotgun on our adventures across Ohio and Indiana. When I was working as a nurse case manager and traveling, George would sometimes hang out with my friend Larry down the street or wait patiently for a weekly visit from his treat-bearing friend Teresa. George loves to give hugs and he loves getting his back scratched and his ears scuffed. And every day he reminds the people who love him just how much they mean to him and how secure and comfortable he feels here.
Thank you.
Oh,
That's George.
So cute.
Yeah. It sounded like he had a tough life, but had the perfect match there, didn't they? Well, we appreciate it. And if you have a pet that you love, send us a video. Just remember, do it in landscape, no music, narrate, tell us all about that little bundle of joy. A hot topic in the villages today is the issue of complaints. People that are reporting restrictions that have been violated. And it's actually almost a political hot topic, but it affects us all. So I'm going to give you my views on it. You've heard it before, but it just keeps coming up and up and up. In thevillagesnews.com, there was a letter that said when an individual resident receives a complaint notice regarding a compliance issue that exists with many other homeowners as well, it's discrimination to single out that one resident. So I think what they're saying there is if this guy breaks the rule, then I can break it too. Well, wouldn't we have a lovely development after that if everybody broke the rules? So I'm assuming this viewer does not want that to be enforced. And another note on that same issue was also in thevillagesnews.com. I do not agree with anonymous complaints in the villages. There should be on record the name of every person who files a complaint in order to identify individuals who file them as a hobby. Listen, do you see how silly that sounds?
Yeah.
If you're following the rules, there is no violation to report. If you're not following the rules, you have done something that your neighborhood has deemed to be irregular, and you agreed not to do that when you moved here. So people want their beautiful new investment to look good, feel good, be proud of, and you're junking up your house or yard. They may want to report it, but listen, folks, you know, we're a microcosm of the world here in the villages. While we think the people are fantastic, there are still 100,000 plus of all kinds. We've got our crazy people here. We've got our people with grudges, people that are going to get even no matter what, people that won't accept anything, any discipline from others. And when you report them, if they have access to your name, they're going to get even.
Yeah.
And remember that they only reported you because you broke the rules. So I'm 100% in agreement with the anonymous reporting, and we all should just try to get along. It's always better to knock on that guy's door and say, you know, you're out of compliance here and it doesn't look too good to me. That right there is enough to set some wackos off.
Yes.
You know, but still, at least you tried. But if you're afraid to do that, or you don't want any retribution, you know, and you want to turn it in anonymously, that's your right in many districts. And some districts have made it that you must give your name and that name must go on record. I think it's going to lead to some problems. It has already led to one lady moving away because she was in fear of one of her neighbors.
This next comment and question is from Dennis. I've been watching your channel since 2000 and have watched a lot of other village YouTubers.
What?
Guess what? I've never seen in any home tour, etc. A freezer or a refrigerator in the garage. Is it too hot in the garage for those appliances to keep up? Curious what people for food and drink storage.
Okay. You want to answer it?
Well, you can have a refrigerator and freezer. We bought a small chest freezer when we first moved in here because we had it back home, and we loved having an extra freezer in the garage. And so we got a small one chest freezer, and we found it a little bit hard to get into, get things down at the bottom, whatever. So we ended up buying a big freezer. So we do have a big freezer. We have a friend that has a regular refrigerator. Big size, just for drinks.
Yeah, you say you've never seen one. Well, I mean, if you really get out and look around, lots and lots and lots of people have a refrigerator in their garage. And some of them have just a regular refrigerator. Now, those aren't rated for the hot temperatures we get in the summer. So we bought one from Lowe's that is garage rated. So it can be out there with no heat. Of course, it's not going to freeze here. but it's totally fine. We've had it for probably 3 or 4 years.
At least.
And it works. The thing you have to watch out for is if your power goes out or if the breaker kicks, which is common in the villages, unless you have a separate, what do you call that? Circuit run for that freezer. The breaker could kick and you might not notice it for 5 days and then everything in your freezer is gone. So watch out for that, but get yourself a garage ready freezer or refrigerator and you should be just fine.
Hey Jerry and Linda, Sydney at Pittman Law Office. I wanted to send a reminder to all of your followers that if you have a trust, number one, you've got to fund it. One of the biggest questions that I get in my consults is, okay, we had a trust in the state that we lived in before, but we sold the house that was in that trust, so it must no longer be any good. Now that's not probably true. Most of the time what I see is that you've established a revocable trust, a family trust, or an individual. That trust itself is probably still usable. So make sure that when you set up an appointment with an estate planning attorney locally, that you give them a copy of that trust so that they can see if they can amend it. They will update it so that the governing provisions of that trust are compliant with Florida law. And they will be able to discuss with you how to actually connect your other assets besides just the house to the trust if that's appropriate. So don't throw out those old trusts. Make sure that you provide them to a new attorney when you've moved to Florida to be able to update those documents instead of just completely throwing them out. So we hope to see you at Pittman Law Office. My name's Sydney Simmons and it's such a pleasure. Thanks, Jerry and Linda.
Thank you, Sydney. All those things, we think we know what we're talking about when it comes to legalities, but it's best to get a professional opinion. Sydney works for the Pittman Law Office up in Oxford. That's right on the edge of the villages. It's practically right here in the villages. So thank you, Sydney. We appreciate you. Have you set any New Year's resolutions? I haven't. Have you?
No, every year I think, I'm going to read this whole book. I'm going to read the big King James Version Bible. We have a family Bible that big. And I said, I'm going to do this. So I started last year and I got through like 3 or 4 chapters and then I gave up.
Have you ever read the Bible?
Yes.
Has it changed?
There's different versions. I read an NIV version. I want to read the King James Version. It's a lot harder to read. But it's a pretty Bible. It's got great pictures in the middle. It's got a lot of art in it. It's gorgeous. But yeah, I had to struggle with that. But you know what? I always say, I'm going to go on a diet or I'm going to lose 10 pounds or whatever. I'm going to stop sugar. That doesn't last either.
Remember, I started my diet about 6 months ago, maybe 7.
Yeah.
I think I'm up like 15 pounds. I'm really going to work on that, though. I'm not going to make a resolution. I'm going to make it a life change. Well, one thing I do think that all of us should do is be kinder more, don't you? And here's a note that we saw on Nextdoor. And it's very typical of what we hear in the villages. I've heard recent stories about wallets being returned that were lost, my leprechaun head cover, all those things. But here's one from Nextdoor. My faith in humanity has been restored. My wife and I were in the McDonald's drive-thru in Colony Plaza. Sounds like our kind of people.
Yeah.
And when we got to the window to pay for our order, we were told the man in front of us paid for our meal as a Christmas gesture. We in turn paid for the car behind us. It certainly did brighten our day. And isn't that nice? That's fun. That would give you a little lift, wouldn't it? You might do that for somebody that's having a down day and all of a sudden, bang, you perked them up. So let's all be nicer this year. And when you encounter a story like that, let us know and we'll pass it on to our viewers.
That's right.
It's a good thing. This
next question is from Cindy. Could you address the groups and locations where people could volunteer in the villages? I know the villages is an affluent community, but money does not buy everything. Happy holidays and Happy New Year. Oh, Cindy, there are so many places to volunteer. You can actually go to the newspaper and find groups that do lots of volunteering in the hospitals, all the thrift stores, lots of places. There's a place Sozo Kids. There's a Califorce that is in need of help for children there. And even in the schools. You can even volunteer in the schools here in the villages and around the surrounding schools too. There's the Leesburg Elementary, the Wildwood Elementary. You can volunteer there as well. So many places to volunteer. And that's what I love too about the villages. There's so many ways to give. And it's amazing. It really is.
Yeah. Lots of places.
Yeah.
And this is the most giving and volunteering community you'll
Yes.
ever find. You can give care packages. You can stuff school box supplies for the kids at school.
Yes.
You know, there are groups, and you can find these on Nextdoor. Look
Yeah.
look up charities, look up volunteer.
Right.
You'll be able to find some place where you can be a help. And folks, I hope you watch us on Facebook. If you don't, please follow us on Facebook. We put a lot of things, especially our local contests that we have, like we're getting ready to have a big duck hunt where the winner will get free ice cream for a year.
Yeah.
Actually, it's not ice cream.
Frozen custard.
Frozen custard for a year. But a lot of things we put on there that you just can't see regularly here on YouTube. And I wanted to mention, we have the opportunity to, through Facebook, to give you the address of one of our ships at sea, my son's ship. Oh, it's her son too. And he told us that yes, his sailors would love to get care packages. So we'll put that address on our Facebook page. And if you want to get together a little care package, you know, they love treats. These are just big kids. You know, some of them, what is the average? Probably 21, 22 years old.
Yeah.
But, you know, they go all the way up to 50, 60 years old. You can send a care package and we'll give you the address. You can just mail it straight to them and make somebody's day because
Yeah.
they've been away from home
Yeah.
already for Thanksgiving and Christmas.
Yeah, and you know, you can probably Google what kind of things you can put in a military package for a gift packages for them because they'll mention everything from toiletries to fun things to small card games or whatever, something that's going to brighten their day. They do have a small store on the ship, but they have to spend their own money. It's just, you know, it's
They don't have a lot of the comforts of
no,
home.
not the comforts from home. So they would really appreciate anything and everything. So we'll get that address to you, and we do appreciate it.
Look for us on Facebook. Well, we went to Portillos.
Oh yeah.
Or is it Portillos? What do you think? It's Italian. You tell us. I bet it's Portillos. And we went there a couple weeks ago with our friends Brian and Amy and Mike and Mary. We'd heard a lot about it. It's basically a sandwich shop. They have all sorts of Italian sausage, Italian beef, great hot dogs.
Right.
And so we went there, and it's right in Middleton.
Yeah.
What'd you think of
It's
it?
very close to the high school, which I'm sure they get a lot of business after school, don't you?
Absolutely.
It was wonderful. I enjoyed it. The decorations were fabulous inside. I think it was all about, was it golf carts or what was it about golfing? I don't know, but it was gorgeous and very comfortable. And then right outside was a little water park. You can sit and
Oh
watch.
yeah, I had one of those little splashy things, you know, with fountains where kids
Water
can
park
dance through.
for little kids, for the families in Middleton, you know?
Our friend Mike bet me $50 I wouldn't go through there and do a Pete Rose and slide. And man, I was so close to it,
You
but
were
I didn't do it.
Yeah, no.
But I ordered the Italian beef sandwich, and they have you can get it wet or dry, and if you get it dry, you can get some au jus and dip it in there.
Yeah.
And the fries were really good. And what'd you get?
I did the same, but I had more spicy. I had some like jalapenos on mine and some spicy sausage.
You got the sausage / Italian. You actually had sausage on
I
there.
did. Sausage
good.
and the beef too.
Yeah, and that's what most of
Wonderful.
our fellow diners there were getting.
Amy got a hot dog. She's a hot dog girl.
She got one of those Chicago dogs.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get that next time.
Yeah.
And Mary got looked like a boiled chicken sandwich or baked chicken sandwich.
I don't know. She's-
But anyway, it's a cool place. I liked it. It's popular. I like that good old American food.
Yeah.
And Italian food and French fries.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
you can get it all.
Oh, it was delicious.
Thanks to everybody that uses our Amazon storefront. We had a good Christmas. A lot of you used it, and we hope you'll keep doing it throughout this year. In fact, it would make a wonderful New Year's resolution for you to say, I'm going to use Jerry and Linda's Amazon storefront. And we'll have the link to that in the video description, but thank you so much for that.
Well, it's time for the Newcomers crew, Jerry. We want to thank everyone that follows us and subscribes to our channel. And just these are pictures of friends that have sent their picture in, and we just enjoy meeting you on the street, meeting you out in the public, and you're a joy to us.
Right, I'm a little short on new pictures, so send us a picture of yourself. You can do it in front of your house, you can do it riding a horse, you can do it holding your puppy. Anything you want, it's okay. Just send us your picture in landscape form if you can to villagesnewcomers@gmail.com, and we will put you right on the air. We appreciate every one of you. Here's a list of our new viewers of the week. Look at that. Now that's sent to me by Facebook. And those are all viewers that are on the upswing. So what a great list of people. Thank you so much. And that's going to do it for this week's edition of
Mailbag Monday.
If you liked our video today, please press that like and subscribe button and share it with all your friends, neighbors, relatives, and everyone you know. And we want to wish everyone a Happy New Year. Until next time.
See you when you get here.